There are approximately 67,000 people who inject drugs in South Africa. It's estimated that 19% of them are HIV positive. The StepUp project aims to curb the spread of HIV by making clean needles more easily available.
People who share needles are at a very high risk for acquiring HIV and hepatitis C. That's like our two major focuses. They are 3 times more likely to acquire HIV than through penile and vaginal sex. So the risk is extremely high. It's a very efficient mode to transmit the virus.
Every day, Nelson and his team visit sites in and around Pretoria, where they hand out clean needles to people who inject drugs. In return, they collect the dirty needles to make sure that they aren't being reused. Some say programs like this encourage drug use, but StepUp argue that the project doesn't promote drug usage or abstinence, but instead promotes safer injecting practices.
We are trying to work with the reality that we are facing on a daily basis. A lot of people aren't ready for abstinence. And if they're not ready for abstinence, they need to have access to be safer while they are using. People are going to have sex, whether we like it or not, and we say try and use a condom when you're having sex. With drug use, I feel it's the same thing. People are going to use drugs. It's happening around us. It's a reality. It's not going away tomorrow. And while it's not going away, people need to have access to information and commodities to be safer, and just also know the risks that they are facing, which is our core focus. Is that while you're using, try and be healthier.
People who regularly participate in the needle exchange say the clean needles have helped them to avoid sharing dirty needles.
I'm not gonna get any sick because I'm negative. I did make the blood test. Yeah, so I'm negative, so I know I'm safe. I'm always safe. So and it's nice to get a new needle because I can't feel any pain. You see, because it's too painful when you use one needle the whole 2 months. You see, it's too expensive for me to buy a needle because when I'm going to the shop, it's too expensive for me. I'm not working. I don't have any money. But now I'm safe because I'm getting a new one. I'm using a new needle, you see.
By giving someone a clean needle, you reduce the risk of the individual, the load on the system, and of the community at large. We also come and collect them, right? So they're not lying in the streets anymore. We do our best to collect as much as possible.
The StepUp project gives out roughly 4,800 needles each week in the Pretoria region. In return, they collect and are given back enough used dirty needles to fill these 3 large 25-litre buckets.
It's important for us to treat people like people, and that regardless of your behaviour and what you're doing, you're a human and you have access to healthcare. It's your constitutional right to access a service. And that's what we're always trying to stand on. People are people.